What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Salesmen After Hours. My name is Eric.
I'm Billy, but
you
knew
already
that.
knew that. You've met our two ugly faces before.
Mhm.
We have two new beautiful people with us today. Why don't you introduce yourselves to us?
I am Dan. Hello, I'm Dan. Yes,
Nice to see you, Dan.
That is a certifiable fact. I do have proof of that.
Anything about yourself, or just that your name's Dan?
Well, it's usually a pretty good start. That my name is Dan. It's gotten me far enough so far. That's
All right.
all there is to me. My name's Dan. Absolutely nothing else.
All
So
right.
is that all
That
you know
is
about yourself?
Absolutely it. It might as well be.
Yeah. Well, Dan,
Anyway.
it's a pleasure to have you.
So I'm George. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm into most things. I work, pretty standard stuff.
Fun fact, actually, me and this guy work at the same company.
We do.
He got me the job, so
Yeah.
shouts out.
and they never fail to not mention that whenever they see each other.
Let's see, George.
It's
George, actually,
hard.
what do we got up here?
Oh, you said TMS.
So they
What company is that? Where do you guys work?
We work for an HVAC company. Let's keep it simple
Yeah,
and
let's
at
keep-
that.
they will not stop talking about air conditioners. if you gave them just the two of them, it will be about that for the entire hour.
If there's an air vent in the room, one of them will name it.
But regardless, if you are new here, basically every Thursday we come on, we just talk about whatever we got on our minds for about an hour. Starting us off with one thing that I want to mention.
Oh.
I am taking all of you to go see a movie this weekend.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Dwayne Johnson's finest work in Red One. Have you guys heard anything about this movie? You seen any trailers for it? Anything?
No.
No.
No
All I know is
trailers.
all I know is that J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus.
He is. It is. It's a Christmas movie. It is, for the first time I think I've ever heard of. I can't think of anything off the top of the head, but it is a big budget action movie based in Christmas, which on its own is an interesting concept, but there's a reason they've never done it, and that is because this movie sucks. It is Fast and Furious in the North Pole. I cannot stress how bad, because like they take themselves way too seriously in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
talking animals that are like the CIA.
That's
And
just
it's
how it is in
supposed to
real
be-
life.
Like
dude.
it's not
That's-
supposed to be funny.
No,
Wait.
they cut to a screen one time, and it's like you have any sign on them, and it's this talking rabbit that's just like, no, you lost him about 10 minutes ago. Why? Why are you trying it?
Is it like an actual looking rabbit or is it like a clear costume rabbit?
No, it is a real. I think it's CGI. It is a real rabbit.
But it looks like a real rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's a realistic.
Yeah, like one of the guys on Santa's Secret Ops team is a polar bear.
That's sick. No, honestly, I fuck with that. That's
I mean, this movie, I saw a report that it's expected to get about $30 million opening weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to give each of you one guess. What was the budget for this movie?
well because you got to think, because factoring into, I think the biggest thing nowadays that factors into budgets is hiring these actors, and like this is
Yeah.
like you said, we have The Rock, J.K. Simmons. I think Chris Evans is in this. I feel
He
like I
is in
remember
it.
seeing. So like that's going to be a big part of the budget just alone. So like I'm gonna take a guess and say like maybe like 150 mil. I think.
George, you have a guess?
I was gonna be between the 150 200 mark. So since he said 150, I'll just go 200 mil.
What about you, Deb?
I know a lot less about filmmaking than I thought because I was gonna say like 5 million.
$250 million.
God damn.
We need to have a talk about how Dwayne Johnson actually isn't the most successful actor in the world, and he actually sucks at acting.
I don't think he ever was the most successful actor
Well,
in the
not,
world.
like,
Yeah.
Being
not in
real.
terms of like, but like nowadays, whenever people think of like the biggest action star, it's The Rock.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
like it's Vin
Yeah.
Diesel and The Rock, which are both in Fast and Furious. But
And Tom Cruise, I would also say.
Yeah, he's big from the Mission Impossibles.
How do you have a movie that consists of The Rock, Chris Evans, and J.K. Simmons, and it is as bad as Red One?
I saw a thing actually in the news today, actually about Red One, which is funny. It was like something along the lines of like, this is like Chris Evans' first, like, because in terms of Rotten Tomatoes, this is his first like rotten movie
Oh,
that
yeah.
he's ever like
Oh,
been in.
really?
Yeah.
Like, outside of
Okay.
the MCU, I think, which is kind of funny.
I will say it is the most fun I have watched a movie while under the influence.
I'm saying that seems like a good
Oh,
very
type
fun.
of movie for that.
Like randomly, they throw this like new character at us,
Mhm.
and you learn that it's Krampus, who joins forces with The Rock. Krampus.
Sounds like a dream, like a fever
Yeah.
dream.
It's really not good at all.
But I was gonna say, Eric, I mean, actors don't make the movie. They help the movie, obviously, because obviously some actors are better at their job.
Right.
But it really comes down to writing.
Mhm.
Any movie, if the writing is bad, it doesn't matter who you put in there, it's not going to come
It's not
out
gonna be
well.
good.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the issue now is movies are getting crappier in terms of writing.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, like it's just how do you have that big of a budget and you can't like Terrifier 3? It came out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I think a month
Say
or two
more
ago.
than a month.
That
yeah.
budget, it was 3 million. I
Yeah.
think it was 2 or 3. And that movie, the story itself isn't the greatest, but in terms of like
I would
Effects?
venture to say it's not even good.
it's
Yeah.
it's leagues better than this movie.
I'm sure because Terrifier, you have like the practical effects to look at and be like,
Mhm.
okay, that's
Yeah.
that's impressive.
That
Like
looks
that,
interesting.
I'll give you that. That's.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this is because like I'm sure you were talking about before with that CG rabbit. I'm sure that looks probably not the best.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
would
laugh your
go to
ass off when
imagine.
you see it.
I cannot fucking
Oh
wait.
no.
Kind of veering off, we mentioned Terrifier. Bill, I got a question for you.
All right.
What is your horror movie killer Mount Rushmore?
Okay. All right. 'Cause we were talking about this like a week or two ago, and I
Mhm.
posed the question to him originally, but now I'm having the chance to answer myself. I think obviously when it comes to like the first three, it's Freddy, Jason, Michael. I think that's fair. I think we can all
Yeah.
kind
Okay.
of agree on that.
Yeah.
The fourth spot is, I think, a little bit more of a toss up because I think you could go between like 2 or 3 options because like I think Ghostface is definitely in the running. I think
Mhm.
Scream the last like 10 or so years after Scream 4 has had kind of a resurgence, obviously with the last 2 movies. Ghostface just got into Mortal Kombat, which is insane. That was so cool.
say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I think Chucky is another one that's definitely in the running for that 4th spot. And that's just kind of a series that's always been like
Around.
culturally relevant. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's
George, you're a-
always like
you're a horror buff, right?
Yeah. I've
What would you
seen a
say is
number.
your Mount Rushmore?
You see, that's hard because it's similar to what Billy was saying. Is I'll have my first few that are pretty like maybe 1 or 2 that are solids, but then
Mhm.
there's so many others that just kind of come up at the same level,
Mhm.
and it makes it very hard to pick. Like for me, I'd probably go like Chucky as like 3rd. I think he's been around so long that he's kind of got to be there.
Mhm.
And there's been so many like spin-offs and random movies made with him. But then there's also the fact of like the Jason movies and the Freddy movies. There's just so many of them too.
Mhm.
So I have my 4. And I need you to look at me when I say it.
I'm starting to get the
Oh,
idea
no.
of where this is
So,
going.
Obviously, there's the big 3. It's Freddy Krueger, it's Michael Myers, and it's Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
You could say it's Chucky. You could say it's Ghostface. You could say it's Leatherface.
Where are you going with this?
If you want to talk original, I need you to look at me. If you want to talk original kills, incredible effects, it looks the most brutal I've ever seen. I need you to look at one man.
Because okay, let me. So for those of you who don't know, I am a generational hater of the Terrifier movies. Like I
Oh,
said,
really?
And I am a generational lover.
the practical effects are fantastic. I think it's amazing what those guys do over there. It's like that is like all I could give this movie. It's just because that's to me. I've seen the first one maybe twice. I watched the second one 3 times. I've only seen the third one once because it just came out recently. But like, I just can't. I'm sure if I looked like super deep into it and like really sort of like put my mind towards it, I could find something to like with the story. It's just I just can't.
My biggest argument
hate it.
for him being there, Art the Clown, obviously, if for those who are wondering, his name is Art the Clown.
Mhm.
It's more of I guess you would say recency bias, but you look at like the 80s and 90s. They had their core. That was like at the highest point.
Mhm.
That's when
Yeah.
all the main guys were making their debuts.
Yeah.
2000s, late 90s, 2000s, when you had like Ghostface, you had a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah.
There has not been an original like horror icon with this much like popularity. Can you name more recent?
I will give you that. He's like
Yeah.
in terms of like obviously like the eras of horror have their mascots like slashers and then parody, and now we're kind of back at like a mixture of the both. And I feel like he definitely does represent that well.
I think if you, at its core, I don't think he might not be there quite yet, but the people at Terrifier, obviously Damien Leone, shout out Damien Leone, he's a great effects artist. That's what he specializes in.
Yeah.
If you gave like art as a concept to a professional, like even like A24, even Blumhouse could probably do something with them. Just please, for the love of God, keep Damien Leone away from a script because he takes on way too much.
Yeah,
he wants to be the director, he wants to be the producer, he wants to be the effects guy. Let him focus on the effects. That is what he is incredible at. Keep him away from the script.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think.
Dan, I know you're not a huge horror fan, but do you have any sort of like? Because when I say Mount Rushmore, I guess it's more like household names. Like, would you think there are 4 like main guys that you would know?
Well, I mean, if I'm trying to come up with something different from what you guys have said, which was what, like Jason,
Freddy, Michael
Myers, Freddy.
That's probably like the core 3.
Yeah.
I would put maybe. I would probably have Leatherface.
That was
Yeah.
If I had to pick one after Chucky for mine, it would probably be Leatherface. I feel like
Leatherface could be one. I would say I might go out on a limb and say, well, if you're putting Art, the clown, on a Mount Rushmore, I would go as far as to say Pennywise could be on one too.
See,
true.
I was
I
thinking
agree.
about Pennywise.
Sure,
but
he only had 1 movie.
2 movies.
Me too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
And a
like,
TV special.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking Pennywise when I first thought, but my thought is he's not really like when you think of like horror killers, he doesn't really fit that mold. Like, at the end of the day, he is a horror killer, but at the same time, he doesn't stab people.
Yeah.
He doesn't whatever. He's like a god.
I kind of took like the spirit of the question as like obviously like horror movie killers, but also just like when you think of it, you think of Pennywise. When you think of Friday the 13th, you think of Jason. Like just kind of like the horror mascots. I feel like could probably be a better term.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing horror mascots, then my list is completely different. Mine's Mike Myers. Mine's probably Pennywise would be there. Jack Torrance from The Shining, I think.
True.
And
That's
Velocipaster.
Velocipaster. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
But I say Jack Torrance, Pennywise, Mike Myers, and then I guess you could put Jason in there, just because like those are like the main like. You don't have to watch a second of horror, but if you show somebody a hockey mask, they'll say it's Jason Voorhees.
Jason mask.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's
not a hockey mask anymore. It's a Jason mask.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily entirely agree with The Shining up there. It's not that recognized. Like, it's very popular, yes, but for a lot of people, it's not the most. It's not as recognizable as some of the other horrors that we've seen, like that are out there.
I mean, The Shining definitely is like a more like you have to know horror to really like.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, people hated The Shining when it first came out, like in the 80s when it it was like panned upon like release when it came out, and then like a few years after it kind of got cult status, and then it just really picked up to being like the cult status movie.
Yeah.
Same
Did
with
The Exorcist have a similar reception, or
people? It wasn't because people didn't like it, but it was for a different reason. It was because at the time there was no like framework for a movie that was that scary at the time. So all of a sudden, when this movie comes out, that's like horrifying. Like people were mad in the 70s.
I'll tell you who else had a very similar life cycle with movies is this little guy.
Yeah.
If any of you have seen the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space, it is a top 5 movie.
People have been trying to get me to watch that movie for I don't even know how long. And
honestly, I think you would like it, Dan. I think
you would like it.
It is the epitome of cheesy 80s sci-fi horror. Like they look just as disgusting as this in the theater, like in the movie. It was
so stupid.
It was a very like. Was it would you say it was an independent movie or was it?
I mean, the Kyoto brothers were kind of like just doing their own thing at that point. I don't know if it's like because I think they did have studio like funding at least like a decent amount. I'd have to look more into it. I don't remember.
The movie it was made by 3 brothers, the Kyoto brothers. Shout out the Kyoto brothers.
Love
It was just when it came out, everyone gave it like the what is this? Like this is the worst movie you've ever made kind of status. And then I think honestly it was more recent. It's been like I personally watched it, I think, in 2015 for the first time with my parents. And that was when I started liking. But I think like probably since COVID, it's really taken like like Spirit Halloween, they build pretty much half of their itinerary besides costumes based on killer clowns.
Yeah. I
No,
mean, they just
yeah.
had a game come out recently, didn't they?
I did, and I bless their heart. I'm so sad that it's already like dead.
Well, because I mean, that like genre of horror game needs to go. Like you run around as a survivor and then like there's a killer chasing you. Like it's like the same thing as Dead by Daylight, the same thing as the Friday the 13th game that came out. It's like they need to come up with a new formula.
I mean,
for
the
horror
problem,
games.
the problem with it is like Dead by Daylight was that the first one?
Like I'm sure there were a
that
few
really
before him,
took
but that's
off.
like the big one.
And the problem is like, Friday the 13th came out, and yes, like the reason that game died wasn't because that was a different
that's
story.
licensing issues.
But
that's
a lot of people were like, oh, it's just a Dead by Daylight ripoff.
Mhm.
And then when the trailer for this game came out, everyone's like, oh,
was the
it's a
same
Friday
thing.
the 13th ripoff,
Yeah.
which is a Dead by Daylight ripoff.
Mhm.
So that game really had like a good like week and a half, and then it kind of like diminished itself.
Yeah.
Eric, I gotta say, completely off topic, but when you went to take a sip of Diet Coke before, I happened to be looking at the monitor and you were out of frame, so it looked like you were like taking a hit off a joint or something. it looked like you were getting a fix
No,
of something.
I'm an off-screen
It's
sipper.
Diet Coke.
I'm an off-screen sipper. Dan, I got a
As
question
your
for you.
manager, I can assure everyone that it was Diet Coke, and I saw Eric's shadow move
Here, if you
across
want-
my window.
Yeah, no,
If you want the proof, it's right here. This is
it's just like a bottle of liquor. Just right
It's like,
Here you
I don't
go,
know what
guys,
you're
right
talking
here.
about. Look, it's a.
I keep
Oh,
I keep two
sorry,
of them on me at
Well,
all times.
I brought the wrong bottle. Oh,
I keep two cans of Diet Coke on me at all times. You never know when you're gonna need one.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know when it will come in handy.
Why do I feel like that could be equally true as it is a joke?
Well, what do you mean? Who says I'm joking about
I think
it?
that was his yearbook quote.
Did you have a yearbook quote?
I don't think I
Oh
did.
no, yeah, you did.
Did I really?
Yeah, I remember what it is.
Oh, was it something stupid?
It was,
wait, I remember now.
it
too.
was-
I
Oh,
just
no.
you
remembered.
Was
did the
it?
thing. Your yearbook quote was, "Don't put anything stupid for your senior
Oh,
quote."
it was that. Was
Wow.
it?
Yeah.
Which on like I liked it. I thought it was funny.
I want to
I'll give
keep
you that
high
one.
school me as far away from right now me as possible.
I mean, it's
Well, I mean, you kind of went a few years back with when you shaved your beard.
All right, so I didn't want to talk about this right now, but I was gonna. So I like having a full beard. I mean, you saw last week, and you're gonna see when I'm back in December. I hate when my the side of my beard curls up. If that makes any sense, I'm sure
Mhm.
you guys know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
I get
about. So my plan was before I would come here, get a little quick shave, get it off, and just look a little
You know,
more presentable.
Clean it up, you know.
I have an electric razor. I put it on one of the clips, and I'm going 10 times, and nothing's getting cut. So I'm like, all right, let me go a step lower, and I take it, and and it's all gone. And I had to look at myself. I looked at myself in the mirror maybe a good 30 seconds before I was just like,
Just like thinking
Yeah.
about every series
Yeah.
of life choices that have led
Yeah.
you to that moment.
you had to commit.
Thinking
at that point.
about combined with thinking about what's your next move.
You got to commit at that point.
Another managerial comment: if any of you all have or had beards on this podcast, if any of you feel the need to shave before the podcast, especially 20 minutes before we go live on air, dear God, just let me do it for you. Preferably the morning before. Because if I walk into this fucking studio next week and see any of you missing the beard I have known all of you to have for 2.5 years, dead. You're dead. You're off the show and you're dead.
I mean, this isn't the first time
God
you've seen me
Soprano.
clean shaven. This isn't a brand new thing, but
It's jarring. I'm not
I
saying you
know,
look
I
bad in any
agree
way.
with
I'm just
you.
saying I expected 4 people to be on the podcast with beards as I saw you last night.
you guys know.
And
this
now
episode
I
of
see you
episode-
without one.
This episode of the podcast was going to be called Four Beards, but
No, it wasn't.
they don't know
That's
that.
for
Well,
no.
now it's not.
Save that
going
for the
to
gay
be.
men.
Now it's not going to be it anymore.
Save being a beard for a gay man. Not you guys. Not you.
Dan, I got a question.
That's a great segue.
Give
Yeah,
me
what's up?
Give me your top 3 movie theater snacks that are not popcorn.
That aren't
Ooh.
Or
popcorn.
not popcorn.
I should do that. I should just be a dick and be
And
like,
don't be a
saying-
loser and say drinks and I want a soda. No, slushies and drinks
No.
don't count.
Well, no, I wouldn't count those because those are like its own thing.
And not food from home.
No, I was I was gonna say
Hamburger.
Get some
I
prime
bring
rib.
leftover lasagna in a Tupperware. I'm gonna bring a microwave with a car battery on a hand truck.
Brings a stove in, starts cooking in the middle of the
Oh
fucking
my
theater.
God. Everybody's like, the fuck is that? Where's that coming from?
You got like a hibachi grill.
They got-
like,
they got-
Bringing
Does
the
AMC
Blackstone
has
into the-
smell-o-vision now? Is that why it's so goddamn expensive? I was wondering why it was $25 fucking. They got smell-o-vision up in this bitch. The hell was the question? Oh no, I was gonna say it'd be funny if I was like, I should just be a dick and do that thing where I'm like, you can't beat popcorn. Popcorn is my 3. There, popcorn, and more popcorn.
get out.
Yeah, it's like at that point, like, why
Just
even
what
have
are we
me on the
doing? Get out
show?
of there.
Why even have me on the show?
Mhm.
So 1 and
Um,
2 are pop and corn.
You'll never guess what 3 is.
Bucket.
Yes.
So
Anyway,
so that was our show. No, I actually did have an answer. I did. Thanks, Vinny. I actually.
Why the hell do you think Vinny's here? Vinny's on the couch outside.
Oh, I
Who's
didn't-
been speaking to you from a microphone?
I thought he.
God.
I thought he
Who
was in there
manages
too.
you?
I thought he was in there
God.
too.
No,
Okay.
it's me. And speaking of me, can I tell you guys a little fucking story that you all forgot to let me tell at the beginning of
I
this?
forgot about the Uber
Oh.
story.
I will say I had it in my head. I was gonna do it after this. That's just for the
Well, I'm doing it now.
let the record show.
So do his
What?
snacks not matter anymore?
What?
No.
Do his
No.
theaters? Okay.
I guess not.
No, you can finish your theater snacks when we bring our special guest in. But first, I need to tell you guys
Special
this story
guest.
to get it out of my head.
All right,
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I take Ubers most of the time to work. I have my license, I can drive, but I take Uber. I'm not going to get into it. And they're always not extraordinary whatsoever. They are always boring as shit. Usually I feel mildly unsafe because it's an old man, and sometimes I feel less unsafe because it's an old man that looks fine. But today, I usually do my Uber safety routine. You know, I have them say my name, I check their license plate, yada yada. This man pulls up in front of my house in my residential street with full back seat covers of Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
This guy
He's
sounds
about our
awesome.
age, right?
I want to be his friend.
But there was one seat that did not have a Lilo and Stitch seat cover, and it was the driver's seat. His seat cover, guys, his seat cover was fully Naruto, that little cloud thing. I'm gonna watch Naruto soon, guys. Don't
This
worry.
guy sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And his steering wheel cover had a matching one. And this man says, "Hey, how are you?" I say, "Hey, how are you?" I put my headphones on, and then he gets a call. And he does not do the usual thing where he goes, "Oh, do you mind if I take this call?" He just takes the call. His friend starts cursing and screaming every slur known to the good Lord, every single one. And my driver goes, whoa, 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 I have a passenger, hold on. And his friend goes, oh shit, sorry. Oh, sorry, passenger. And I go, it's all right, man, because now I'm included. I take my headphones off. And they start going at it. And my driver's like, why were you cursing at me? Why? What's happening? And he was like, his friend was like, you did not get me a baby on board sticker for my baby at my baby's baby shower. Just like the Tyler, how are you going to get me a birthday gift on my birthday?
Is
With
your
my birthday,
gift
the
on my
Tyler
birthday with a
vine?
birthday gift on my birthday with a birthday present.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you, Dan. He was distressed that he did not get a baby on board sticker. So my driver goes, well, just go on Amazon, pick one you like, send me the link, I'll Amazon it to you. His friend goes, I'm not one of your little fucking whores, man. He goes, I just want a baby sticker.
This sounds like a typical phone call between Sean and Andrew.
That's literally what
Yeah.
Sean said because I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
transcribing it to Sean word for word. And he said, that's literally just me and Andrew.
Speaking of which, guys, I think it's time.
Is it
I
time?
think
Is
it
it
might
time?
be.
I think it's time that we got to bring in our very special guest tonight, live from West Virginia.
Oh.
It's Andrew Duran, everybody.
Hey guys,
Andrew, let's go.
Yes.
Who's this?
so glad to be equated to a guy yelling his head off at the Uber driver. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That's a good intro for me.
Andrew, how have you been doing, buddy?
I'm all right. You know, I'm here. I got my boy Mitch back here. You know,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
wanted to-
Mitch.
yeah. I just wanted to tune into the show tonight.
Mitch.
Dude, I remember the times back with Mitch when we were at the club, dude. He was so
Dude,
cool. He was such
Mitch can dance. That man can move.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
he's crazy. He's sturdy with it.
It's
I'm
just
happy. I'm
your
happy to
body
be here.
going.
What?
Nothing.
I'm excited to be here over the webcam. I'm more excited to be there in person soon.
Yeah.
And
Get ready for the Thanksgiving episode, guys. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a cast. We're gonna have a lineup.
Andrew, while you're here, I want to mention something.
What's that?
So I mentioned earlier we were talking about the Halloween, Spirit Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about
Uh-oh.
Spirit Christmas, right?
I do know about dude.
For those of you who may not know, Andrew is our resident Christmas expert.
I am Santa's merriest soldier.
He and I will be on every episode in December just talking about Christmas.
Dude,
Oh,
if there are no more Christmas fans on Earth, I am dead and buried in cold. I love Christmas.
Well, did you know that they're opening up one maybe a half an hour away from where we live?
I'm gonna live there.
We're setting up refuge there.
Andrew will literally
I'm living there.
like Andrew is going to buy a plane ticket tonight.
Get some
Yeah.
MREs. We'll camp out there.
He's gonna start bushcraft camping outside the store. Like he's got like the tent set up.
He's gonna be inside the store in like one of their display like gingerbread house. Like they're gonna have like a giant like gingerbread house kind of a thing as like a display, and he's gonna be living in that.
What do you
You know, like the walkthrough thing they have at Spirit of Halloween, like that's
Yeah.
supposed to be like the haunted. I'm gonna set up shop
You're
in
like,
there.
welcome.
You play Santa every day for the
Dude, that's my dream. Mall Santa's my dream job.
What do you guys even think is like Spirit Halloween? You know, Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
animatronics,
Right. It's
decor.
like you know what it is.
Spirit Christmas is just gonna be like ornaments.
I think it's just gonna be
Yeah.
like a big like they'll probably sell like ornaments. They'll sell lights. They'll sell like lawn decorations.
they need
All.
to sell Christmas animatronics.
Oh, dude.
They still have Frosty the
God.
Snowman animatronic, like the old school, like
Yeah.
with
Like,
the monocle and the top
Yeah.
hat. Oh,
Yeah.
Will they sell? Here's the question: will they sell a Red Ryder BB gun?
oh,
For
dude.
Christmas story.
Unlikely.
That's gonna be huge.
They
That's
should.
huge.
Because
They should.
for the culture.
Unlikely.
I got one. I went to the in Ohio. They have a gift shop across the street from the house. It was like filmed in and based on, and I went there and I got a Red Ryder BB gun.
That's sick.
That's it.
I won't lie. I didn't know they were a real thing, but that's still fucking for the movie.
Up in my house, we have the leg lamp, like as like it's an actual lamp. We have
Yeah.
it just where my mom does her art studio. Shout out, mom.
Nice.
Shout out Eric.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah.
So Andrew, if there are two things that I know you love, it is Christmas, and it's the YouTuber Jay Schlatt. And
I do like Jay Schlatt.
recently,
Shouts
he
out.
has come out with something that I'm sure you have been super happy about. His announcement that he is releasing his own Christmas album.
I have listened.
I have shocking news. I've not listened to it yet.
Really?
I'm saving it for an occasion. I'm saving it for I can release it now.
Thank you for coming out tonight.
All right. Just like that, I've already been canceled off the show. I've been on the show for about 8 minutes.
But listening to that made me think, what are some other, like, just any general music artists or content creators or anything that you think would have a 10 out of 10 Christmas album? And I have three. I have,
Okay.
he's not a great actor, but he's a good musician. Dwayne Johnson.
Mhm.
I think he would have a
Yeah.
good, like,
This guy, Dwayne Johnson.
tenor album.
I know what
Okay.
one of yours is, so I'm gonna say it first because it's funny. Bruno Mars.
I
think.
think
He's
he,
never done a Christmas album.
no, and it's
Really?
incredible.
I don't understand it.
Especially since he's doing anything now to make money. Like I was like, oh, he's made a song with Lady Gaga. He's made
That's
a song
such a
with
good song.
a K-pop artist. Is it
Yeah,
Rose?
yeah.
I think your name is?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
He made he went like a big tour of Brazil for a month. I'm like, what is he? And then somebody mentioned like, oh, he like owes a lot of money in debt. I'm like, oh, well, all right, that'll do it.
But
like-
guy.
At this point, peak Christmas time, I think it's coming.
Okay.
And the one that I had that I think you would also, all of you would be incredibly like fond over, if Markiplier came out with a Christmas album.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
He came out with
Yeah.
an album, period.
I'm
Yeah.
day one
Yeah.
listening to that whole thing, no skips.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Markiplier would be great. That man's got a beautiful voice.
He
Dude,
really does. Oh, what do you got? What are you guys' thoughts on Seth MacFarlane and Liz Gillies? We wish you the best.
Oh,
I fucking
It's
love
so
this album
good.
so
It's
much.
so good.
Andrew's gone.
Oh, he's
I
gone.
love that album. I love that album.
I think it's really
gave
good.
him the zoomies. He loves it so much.
I think it's really good. The problem is, I cannot listen to it. It's not Liz Gillies and Seth MacFarlane. It's Liz Gillies and Brian Griffin.
Yeah, it's
That's your ass out, dude. That album's
It's
so good.
hard. It's so hard to like.
I mean, what does that change though?
just the fact that it's like I don't want to hear a talking dog sing.
I think it's funnier to imagine Liz Gillies and
Brian,
Brian in
yeah.
the studio.
it's really hard to get that out of my head.
Do you just
why
picture like
wouldn't
the
you?
PNG of Brian with the glass in his hand? Is that what you picture?
It's
Why
like
wouldn't
Liz
you
Gillies,
want
but it's-
Brian Griffin and Liz Gillies singing you sweet, sweet Christmas songs?
Especially because Eric, I know you've watched every Road 2 episode. I know you've seen every Brian Griffin musical number. Like, what does it
Literally.
change for you?
It always been Seth MacFarlane singing me sweet, sweet Christmas songs. But if I'm laying there and all of a sudden, hey, Peter, deck the halls with, I'm like, get away, go away, get out of here.
I think you're tripping. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Holiday Feeling off that album. Oh my God, that song's so good. I love that song.
That reminds me. Have you guys listened to Seth MacFarlane's other Christmas album? The one from like
He has another
No.
one.
yeah, he has a.
Oh.
I think it was from like 2011 or 2012. It's
Oh,
old.
no.
but it's,
Really?
it's so good.
Is it like
They're
the standard
both so-
Christmas songs?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
other like covers of different Christmas songs. But
Is that the one with Sarah Bareilles?
I think so. Well,
That-
he only
that
has
one's
two, so I'm
excellent.
pretty sure it's that
Well, it
one.
has to be.
Mhm.
I don't mean to interrupt your guys' Christmas talk, but I think as a little palate cleanser, not a palate cleanser, but an intermission of Christmas. Do you guys want to know what comments you're getting right now?
Oh
hear
yeah.
it.
How many
yeah.
viewers are we at? Also, what are we looking
Your
at?
current view count is 15, and I love
Alright,
each and every
okay,
15
Higher
of
than
you.
I think that's the highest we've
Okay.
had
Yeah.
so far.
Like
It
last
is,
time,
yeah.
I'm gonna give each and every 15 of you little kisses. So tell me where you are, so I could give you little kisses. So far, our comments have been, Eric, Joe wants you to know that the Rangers are down 3-0.
Are they? No, they're not.
Eric's having a mini
No.
heart attack right
He
now.
came in the chat just
Oh.
to ruin your.
I love you, Joe.
Playing
That's
the
next
worst team
level
in the
hating.
league.
I
right now.
love you, Joe.
Don't forget this.
That is literally
Oh,
a level
no.
of pettiness I can only ever hope to achieve.
We
Just
got
put
like
him at a commission for
we
the
got
rest of
like
the pod.
we got like 25 minutes left. That's all I'm gonna be thinking about now.
And you'll never know. Ray said, in regards to Eric's missing beard, it's not gone. I'm considering it missing. I'm in denial.
It had a
kidnapped your
family
beard.
emergency.
Fine.
so I
Eric,
couldn't
are
be
you
here.
aware that you have to be Santa at my place of work
I
in
am.
like a couple weeks?
So
It'll
I
be
can
back by
get a
then.
We
fake
ha-
beard.
No, we have a fake beard. It's just a matter of
man.
like, we need the volume.
Tag me in.
What do you
No,
mean the
Eric
volume?
already got elected Santa. I'm sorry.
It'll
I
be-
already
sorry.
have a-
It'll be back by then.
Yeah.
God, Christ. Anyways, Ray said, and since he's my brother, I'm gonna do a Ray impression.
Oh,
He
no.
said, I didn't even notice it's gone. Bald, bald, bald.
Bro, I said it. He looks like Gru.
Oh,
Guys,
no.
let's not
Make
be
sure it's
mean
still
to
there.
Eric
No, wait, hang
during
on.
while he's on the episode. I'm scared he's gonna leave.
No, hang on. It's also really funny.
We have a couple
considering
backups though.
I have a clean shaven beard, and I look like fucking cousin it. Oh, my glasses are gone.
Oh my
I look
god!
like a fucking mop whenever I take my hair down, and that's why I never do it.
Welcome back, Big Iz.
All
Yeah.
right. Read more comments, but I can't hear any of them. So if they're all about me, then just point and laugh.
He looks like an uncle
Do
who's
that
lost
anyway.
it.
I
Who's
know.
lost it all.
So,
Allie did say something about Eric, but she's still actively texting me, so I can't see what it is.
I heard Allie and Eric. So
She said only I can be mean to Eric, so I have to stop being mean to
Yeah.
Eric. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
We all have to stop being mean to Eric.
Oh.
That's not happening. I live for it.
the only people that are allowed to be mean to me are Allie, Shell, and Kiara. Shout out Kiara.
Word.
Absolutely
Gotta
not.
go.
I'm not. Your consent
No.
is not a factor
You
in this.
You just do it.
Exactly.
I won't see you for
That's
like
tough.
2 months, and I'll be like, Andrew, what's up? And I'll go like, Eric, you're a disappointment. Like,
Let's
go.
Hey, what's up, you fucking
Yeah,
family?
surprised you fit in the frame, honestly. Who said that?
Nick Delio, Allie's boyfriend. I was
Shouts
about
out,
to say
Nick.
girlfriend, so sorry, Nick. Love you, Nick. He
Shouts
said,
out.
George, shave your beard, no balls. I disagree with that.
George,
No.
George, if you shave your beard, you're off the podcast.
George, 50 bucks.
No.
50 bones?
What it takes.
We will discuss this at a
How
later
much will
time.
how much will it take?
I am very attached to my beard. The last time I
your
shaved
beard is
it was
attached to you.
because
It's a nice beard.
it is.
Yeah.
But the last time it got completely shaved was because I pulled a similar to you, where I just went and took a patch out,
That's the
and that was it.
picture.
You
That
had
was
number
it.
1 instead of number
So-
3.
Yeah, pretty much. So at that point, I had to just remove it.
George, 75.
We'll see.
None of you.
1,000.
None of
George,
you.
we got
None
paid
of you.
today. I will put my
I-
entire paycheck into that. We got paid today.
None of you. None of you.
Billy, give
Billy's
him
the
a
only
number
one that can look at me right now. Billy, look at me in the eyes and spread it to everyone in that room. Eric, turn around. You know what? Turn
Oh,
around.
all right. hang on.
I see.
Guys, hey
We're,
guys.
we're looking
Hey
at
guys.
God for those of you at home.
None of you. None of you
None of us.
shave your fucking beards. I swear to God. This
Uh-oh.
also applies for every salesman cast member that's outside right now. Sean's next to me. Vinny and Jack are out there. Everyone. None of you can shave your fucking beard.
He
Question.
doesn't have a beard.
Yeah, Billy.
Question. Can I
What?
shave the hair?
No. Well,
Oh,
Billy, no, because your dad's
Other
watching
with
and
no
I don't
hair.
think he'd like that because he's gonna tell your mom and then your mom's gonna be upset.
we can set some milestone goal, and to do it, you could just shave my head on camera.
Yeah, 10,000 subs. I'll shave my hair. How about that?
10,000.
Down. You know what? That's fine.
10,000?
I support
Yeah,
that.
so
And then-
set some
and
kind
then-
of milestone goal, and if we hit it, I'll shave my head on stream.
All right,
A
guys,
million
next
subscribers.
podcast.
George, if we hit 1 million subscribers, would you shave your beard?
Sure.
A
Of
mil-
course.
no.
100%.
All right,
100,000.
lock it in, record it, clip that chat.
Maybe.
All right, guys. If we get
50,000.
one like on
No.
this episode, I'll shave my hair.
Someone
No.
please.
Someone
I'll like
someone
it. Where's my
I
phone? I'll
will
like it.
If we get 1 view on this, we have 15.
If we at
you
any
have to shave your
point,
hair 15 times.
if we at any point have hit 15 viewers, we have to shave our heads, all of us.
Oh, no. Sorry,
fuck.
guys.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh fuck.
No shaving head unless we make it so famous and we can do it for views and profit.
I agree.
Speaking
I am a
of
sellout. I will do that.
Billy's dad says Coco says hello.
hi,
Everyone say hi to Coco.
Hi, Coco.
Billy's dog.
Yo.
and a dog.
Coco doesn't like me, but I'll still say hello.
Miniature.
Mini Australian Shepherd.
Oh.
My love,
Coco is all
I love
teeth.
Coco.
Mama Coco.
In the
Coco
editing
is
for this
loco.
episode on YouTube, I'll throw up a picture of her.
Yeah.
Coco bark when it comes to me because Coco hates me for some reason.
I have a joke you could take home to Coco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Woof, 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 woof.
Oh. Oh, she's
Thank
gonna.
you.
No, you
She's
can't
gonna-
say that.
She's gonna love that one.
On camera, you can't say that.
She'll get it.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
dog eat
culture
dog.
thing.
I don't
Yeah.
think Coco even speaks dog. I don't. She's in her
Coco
own.
speaks bite.
Yeah.
She speaks eldritch being.
Vinny said, "Who's the handsome guy in the corner?" I think that's Andrew.
I got
Um,
it. Oh no, it's Mitch. Yo, Mitch, say thank you, man.
Yo, what's up, Mitch? Shout out, Mitch.
He's not gonna. He's just.
He's tired.
Jack-
He's gonna-
Shy.
He's
It's
just
his first
chill like
time on
that.
TV.
Mitch not feeling it today?
Yeah, no, he's
Jack sent his coordinates, but I think
All right,
I think-
everyone, well, if you want to know where we are, just go look
Yeah.
in the chat.
In case we get lost.
so. Only for the 14 people viewing right now, that is probably our location. I'm not fact checking that, but knowing Jack, it is. We are getting some Eric hate.
Well, I've been waiting for this.
It was
Matter
just
of time.
Jack.
Who?
It was just Jack saying,
Jack.
"Mute Eric."
Yeah, so I'm just
Kinda
just gonna turn him
I
off.
love it. I love it.
Jack also said, I don't remember what this was to, but Jack, Dan's boyfriend, said something Dan said wasn't funny. So let's
That's
let's
usually
get
the
on that
case.
for a little
That's
bit.
usually the case. Yeah.
Hey, no, it is not.
Oh, we got another boo Eric also.
From
Just
who?
in case.
Yeah.
From my dad. He's so proud of podcast.
I want to lie through my teeth and say it was Billy's dad, but it is our number one fan, Allie. She
Always
loves
appreciate
Well,
booing
Boo
Eric.
Eric is better than Censor Eric, Cut Eric's mind.
God, what was I? What did I say that wasn't funny?
I don't know,
Most
Jack. That's
things.
specifying.
A lot
Oh.
of things.
Most things. Yeah. Most things.
George, why are
Jill
you
also
getting in on
said
this? You're supposed to be the chaotic neutral here.
Exactly.
our answers to the not funny question is from Vinny. Dan, your woof joke was horrible, and he told me to tell you.
I mean,
How
it
did
is
he
something that
understand
only
it?
dogs would get. So, like,
Yeah,
It's
I-
problematic, frankly. It's problematic.
and Jill also said, tell my boyfriend I said hi. Oh my God, thanks, Jill. Jill's here and says hi. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Andrew.
Hey,
All right.
guys.
Back to your guys' stuff. That's what our fans are saying.
Okay.
So I guess I'll bring it back. We're going to tie it back to Christmas a little bit because you are the Christmas guy. Andrew, like, what would you say the consensus 3 big Christmas artists? Michael Bublé is like probably like, I'm not saying he's number one, like he's my personal favorite, but like objectively there are probably better Christmas artists, but like he's known for Christmas.
Mhm.
I mean, he is the Christmas crooner of this generation for
Right,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
you want to-
Sinatra, it's Sinatra. Like, what do you want me to say?
I think number one, just like overall. I think.
I mean, the thing is, like, every crooner, first of all, has a Christmas album, period. But it really depends what your thing is. Every single singular artist, like Mariah Carey or whatever, they all have their own Christmas album.
Yeah.
For me, top 3 put me on the spot. It's probably Bublé, Sinatra, and the third one's really up for grabs. It's probably between like Bing Crosby or like Tony Bennett.
Mhm.
Not Elvis?
Right.
I thought you were a big
Ooh.
Elvis guy.
I am a big Elvis guy. Santa's back in town.
Andrew,
Oh,
I
dude.
bought you his album on vinyl. Like,
Dude, you did?
yeah, I showed it to you, no?
I just bought another one today.
Did you?
I totally forgot you bought it for me.
We'll each get our own separate record players and we'll like play them together.
Yeah, we'll sync it up.
Yep.
Andrew, do you have a favorite like not standard Christmas song? By that I mean like, you know, Jingle Bells, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, the ones that everyone's done. Is there like an original, like maybe 1 or 2 people? Like for me, it's Bublé's Cold December Night.
That's a
That
good
is
one,
my
yeah.
favorite like original Christmas song.
Mhm.
Hey, Skinny Santa.
Who sings that one?
Oh wait, I've heard of that.
What the fuck is his name? It's from the album Socks. It is by JD McPherson. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but it's got my 3 favorite things. It's New Orleans type swing,
Mhm.
big band, like catchy music, Christmas, and it's about food. And I love food. I love eating. So that whole album, that whole song is about getting Santa fat in time for Christmas. What's shoving food down his throat?
It's called the Eric Ferrugia story.
Yeah.
Eric got
Except
that.
Santa doesn't get quite as big as Eric, but you know.
And he doesn't fuck up and shave his beard 20 minutes before he has the beard.
He's Mrs. Claus to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you? Do you have a favorite like original Christmas song?
I actually do. I thought of a good one. This is probably one of my favorite Christmas songs at this point.
All right.
Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt.
That's a good one. Yeah.
All right.
Love
Huh?
that song.
Mhm.
And as much as I love Bublé, I love his Christmas songs. I don't like his cover of it.
Of Santa
I don't
Baby.
like it either.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like it either.
No.
Okay, good.
Like,
don't like
because just the whole like Santa Pally,
Yeah.
shut up,
Santa
go
buddy,
away, Santa buddy. You don't know him like that.
Rolex under
You don't
the
know him like
tree.
Bro, he calls him dude. You don't know Santa like that, bro. You can't call him dude.
Shit, what he changed the year? He changed the year of the light blue convertible and made it a steel blue convertible
No, it's
because
That's
light blue is too feminine. I guess.
Santa Baby is the only skip on Bublé's album.
Mhm.
Dude,
in my
dude,
opinion.
I know Santa like that. He doesn't know Santa like that.
Yeah.
Like me and him are dude, I set up him and Mrs. Claus. I introduced him. That was me.
You were his
Kidding. That's
wingman?
crazy.
What?
You were his wingman.
Yeah, no, dude, I introduced them. I knew that they were a great match. Like when he needed time off, I handled the deliveries for him.
Yeah.
What about you,
That's
George?
me.
What's your favorite original song?
I mean, as you guys know, I'm not the biggest Christmas guy.
He's a big bah humbug.
It's not that I hate Christmas. I'm getting over it.
Shell, play the boo.
Yeah.
I regret to inform all of you the reason I haven't been booing anyone is because Vinny forgot to give me a boo.
Oh no.
Then play the Vine for it.
Boo.
Cut off the stream. End the stream.
Play
I
the
know,
fart.
Hang on,
Michelle,
hang on.
play the fart.
Wait.
My
Yeah.
okay. It's
Feels
just
like
I
me
don't know.
this
I feel like
morning.
some of the stuff's overplayed. But if I had to pick a Christmas song, I have to go basic, like Jingle Bell. Like it's
Shut Jingle Bell. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
basic.
Piece of shit.
You go
George.
basic.
You could have said Donovan the donkey, and that would have been, or Dominic
Donovan
the donkey,
No.
and that
You
would
just
have been
Dominic
a
the donkey, bro.
No.
So what is Sean? What's the
Bro
version of
is
Last
down
Christmas?
with bells on bobtail rings.
What's the version of Last Christmas that Sean plays every day?
Ashley Tisdale.
It's a great version. Oh, hi, Sean.
Oh my
It's a
god!
great version.
Wait, what is it? Ashley
Last Christmas
Tisdale?
by Ashley Tisdale.
Oh, like Wham! Last Christmas.
Dude,
Yeah.
Last Christmas, that shit
Oh,
goes
that's a good one.
crazy.
That's a really good one.
Guys, everything's falling apart. I'm sorry. guys.
Unacceptable.
You know, it's okay. He's tired. It's all
He
right.
needs a nap.
Lysol
Chopper needs a
spray.
nap.
Not a sponsor. Lysol.
Not sponsored by Lysol.
We are.
Guys, I
sponsored
haven't.
by
No,
Lysol.
we're not. We are not sponsored by anyone quite yet.
thought
I
sent you
haven't
the email.
answered.
I thought I sent you the email.
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
Next time.
Billy, we didn't get an email. We're logged into the same email.
If I woke up to an email with Lysol, I think I'd shit my pants.
Do we have,
Well, then you probably need it for that. You
do we
know.
have, do we have any comment
Yeah.
answers on
Oh,
favorite Christmas songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna ask. We talked about, well, you guys talked about scary things, right?
Mhm.
Horror movies. We covered. Let's call that Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Christmas. How about we talk about Thanksgiving? I mean, we can talk about that more in the Thanksgiving episode, but that's coming up, and our thing's coming up, so we can talk about that a little bit. No,
Yeah,
Listen,
we have
so
our.
many people think Thanksgiving needs its own like I'm like, oh, I celebrate Christmas like November 1st, and everyone's like, oh, what about Thanksgiving? No,
what are you gonna say? What celebration is there?
you
Like,
don't need a month to be like, I can't wait for dinner.
Listen.
I know I do that, but
I was gonna say,
Listen,
yeah.
Eric. The dinner I prepare is fucking amazing.
True. Honestly,
yeah,
so-
that's true. That's true.
I don't
He makes
know.
a mean turkey.
his turkey
Yeah.
is worth a month long celebration. I think.
Every year, for those who don't know, I fry my turkey every year for our
like a
Thanksgiving
euphemism.
celebration.
big turkey fryer.
It's just the best way to do it.
Mm.
I'm
It is
sorry
really good.
to anyone who stands and will die on the hill of cook it in the oven. No,
George, are you a big fan of spatchcocking your turkey?
Of what?
What'd
I,
you-
I
what'd you
refuse to
There's no way
acknowledge
none
you.
of you have heard of
Just slur.
It's funny, like, Shell,
mean,
please tell me you know what spatchcocking is.
I might have heard that.
I have no
somewhere.
think that
fucking
happened to
idea
me
what
at
that
work.
is.
What the fuck are you talking about? You made
Sean
that up.
doesn't either.
It's a different way to prepare the
I think
turkey.
they have a
A
cream
lot
for
of
that
people
now.
say it's a much better way than just like standard. It's like you break off the bone, you like flatten it out. People mainly do it with chicken, but I know people do it with turkey. It's like it's meant to like make it more even.
It's basically
Okay.
you
So
fatality.
that way, yeah, it's like the turkey's a big, you just kind of like, you know,
You
and
just-
it's kind of
you
like
dismember
Okay.
it.
So, but
Yeah.
it still goes in the oven.
it still goes in the oven, but like the point of it is it's more like flattened out, so it's more
Okay.
evenly cooked.
I get what you mean. Okay.
Okay, so you just flatten the turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. That's fucking
That's great.
I got.
Can you
booed
still do stuffing?
I'm gonna get
yeah,
spatchcocked right this week.
I should have known. I should have.
Andrew, I don't think if the turkey is completely flat, you can.
That's what I'm saying. Like, then how are you gonna? Do you just make the stuffing separate? Like, that doesn't kind of.
No, you put the stuffing.
It's not
on top,
stuffing.
like a layer.
Yeah.
Put it on a bed of stuffing.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, well, what George was mentioning before is we have our own little Friendsgiving with our whole group, which by the time of our Thanksgiving week episode will have already happened, so we can talk about it more then. But I don't see why people think that you need like lead up to Thanksgiving like you do with Christmas. Like why people get it's like St. Patrick's Day. It's like a single day holiday where like you don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day for 3 weeks before St. Patrick's Day happens.
I
You
think
could be like, I can't wait for it, but like, what do you do?
it's just because Thanksgiving happens to fall between two of the most major calendar holidays.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
between Halloween, which has like the month-long build-up and the like
Right.
mainstream kind of aspect to it, and then you have Christmas, which is fucking Christmas.
Hmm.
Which,
Thanksgiving needs
you
to
know,
be in like August.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
gets a
let's
bad
move it.
rep
Just a
for being
different
just
month.
you know
it
what?
ne- it-
Tomorrow starts with you.
because it's so diminished by Christmas and Halloween. It needs like its own time.
Mhm.
You know, like Canada does it right. Canada's, I think when we have Indigenous Peoples Day or Columbus Day. That's
Careful.
that's when Canada has their Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
They do it right.
Oh, really?
They get it out of the way.
That's like October,
Okay.
October 10th or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
It's still
But
in Halloween territory, but
like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you can't. It gets so undershadowed, and it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
like I'm sorry if you talk about like Christmas is the greatest day of the year. I don't give a shit about Thanksgiving.
Actually, my birthday is better.
I was actually going to say my birthday is better because my birthday falls on a Thursday this year, so we get a
That
show's
is true.
birthday episode. Also, you guys must love Thanksgiving so goddamn much to talk about it 2 weeks in a row.
No.
Thanksgiving's
day?
pretty fire.
All right.
But with 5 minutes left, I do want to give you guys a little last live comment roundup.
Okay.
Because you do have 5 minutes left. But AJ answered the question that
Oh,
Eric
AJ.
posed of
Mhm.
favorite niche Halloween song. He said Andy Williams, "It's the most wonderful time of the year."
Oh,
And that's,
okay.
that's a go to take.
dude,
Honestly,
Happy Holidays by Andy Williams. That shit comes on in the car.
if we're talking about top threes, I would probably go Sinatra, Andy Williams, and then Bublé, probably. And then,
Wow,
Carrie
top
Underwood
3.
right underneath there.
Go to take.
Really?
My answer to the question, because no one likes asking Shell what their answer is, I guess. God.
I thought,
My Huh?
never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's what I thought. My favorite Christmas song is "Christmas Wrapping" by the Waitresses. One of my favorite bands. A bunch of stoic women who hate men.
Mhm.
And I love the Waitresses. AJ also unprompted just said Sprite.
Nice. Shout out Sprite.
Shout out Sprite. Not
Sponsor
sponsored.
this
Not
episode.
sponsored. Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
You
Next
can't say the response.
Next time.
Yo, Sprite, if you're watching this, dude, we love you, man.
For real, Sprite.
Thanks for coming out.
Thing that I think might tick Andrew off before we have to say goodbye.
Well, I have a couple more
All right,
comments. Because Nick said his birthday is on Thanksgiving. So let's give Nick a happy early birthday
So-
because
all
Nick
right.
is the goat.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
Let's
let's go.
Celebrating Nick's birthday.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not Thanksgiving. It is Nick's
Nick's
birthday.
Exactly.
And yeah, those are your live comments, and I'll pass it back over to you.
All right,
guys.
Andrew, before we send off, I got one more thing that I want a quick. Let's give each other 15 seconds each to have a little bit of a debate. I think quantity, Christmas songs are better, but you put any song up against the Monster Mash, and the Monster Mash beats it every time.
Like any Christmas song against the Monster Mash?
Like, I think Christmas has more songs, but Halloween's like Monster Mash, I think is a better song than 95% of Christmas songs.
No, I don't agree 95%. I think a lot of some of the like sleeper ones, like, yeah, who cares? But Monster Mash is
Halloween
good.
doesn't have that many, but the ones that they have are,
See,
hit you where it feels you.
yeah, even I gotta disagree with that, and I'm
Well, yeah, you're
no
Christmas hater
no, I'm
95.
saying I
like-
think Christmas is better. The songs are better.
Oh,
Eric
wow.
just has bad opinions. I think we've proved that today.
All right, well, Andrew, thanks for
No, it's been great. It's been great.
We are
So I hope you enjoyed
hovering
it.
over the end call button.
click it.
I
click
am
it.
actually hovering over it.
Click the button.
I don't want to see Andrew go so soon.
Sorry, guys.
Andrew, you have 30 seconds to make a lasting impression, and then I'll kick you.
Everyone who says Eric's stupid and wrong, you're right. I can't wait to be on the show. I can't wait to be back in the show next week and in person the following week. Shall stop being.
All right. Well, that was Andrew. Thank you very much for
I'm
coming
gonna
out.
miss him so much.
All right. So we only have a few minutes left, so we're not going to start anything new. But I do want to mention one thing about you, Dan, is that you didn't mention this in your intro, but you have gone to school to do this. You went to school for a radio voice. You want to use your
Yeah.
voice
I did
professionally.
I did a lot of radio work in college, and I want to use my voice for a living in some way, whether it be voice acting, narration, some kind of voiceover.
All right, so I'm
anything
gonna
like that.
So I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I'm going to give you about a minute to prepare. So you'll have about 30 seconds. I want to hear your best radio voice professional close for this episode.
Okay,
I
I
want
think I
like
can do that.
we're going off the air. We're like, anything you want. I'll give
Yeah.
you, and some time to think, because what is your dream? Like what, like you want to be a voice actor, but like for movies, for cartoons, for
More or less, like artistic, like media, like movies, animation, video games.
okay.
My biggest dream is to be in a video game.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So you think you're ready? We'll give you 30 seconds here.
Okay.
All right.
I can just
3,
quickly do a short one.
2, 1. Floor is yours.
Okay. And that's all for this episode of Salesman After Hours. Join us next time at 7 o'clock on Thursday to discuss topics that nobody else wants to.
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was
Yes, it
awesome.
was.
Round of
Fantastic.
applause for this guy.
Let's
right?
go.
Fantastic.
Which, and also, by the way, I gotta say real quick, since we're about to go off the air, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in to
Yes.
our
Yeah,
first
thank you all.
inaugural episode of Salesman After Hours.
Exactly.
We have already racked up over 200
Get
views
the fuck
Yeah.
out of
on the
Yeah.
stream on the Strong Island TV YouTube channel. We
Insane.
have
It's-
over 1,000 likes on TikTok. We
Wow.
are somehow already
here.
booming.
Genuinely, like I've been blown away
Mhm.
with
Right.
how this week has gone, and I cannot wait to keep going with this. But
Yeah.
you
This
know,
is
good
here to
place
stay.
go? Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
got.
think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
this is the last you're going to see me for a few
Forever.
weeks. For forever.
Yeah, you know.
For a few weeks. I will be back on starting in December. When is the next time we're going to see you, Dan?
I don't know. I think it might. Is it next week? God, is it next week?
It's either next week or the
Don't
week.
ask these guys when they're on next.
I was
They
gonna say,
don't know. I
I
made
know
the
I'm on
schedule.
It's
next
the
week.
You are next
It's the
week.
week after, Dan.
Okay.
You're on next.
Yeah.
You
Guys,
you-
let's stop talking about the schedules because I have no fucking idea. Because we might switch it up. We might switch it up. Andrew might be home.
Well,
We
I
don't
do know for a
know.
fact that you're going to see Billy for the rest of the month every week.
For the
Yeah.
rest of
And
time.
then starting December, I'm going to take the reign
And
every
then
month.
it'll be a surprise.
So, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Even if you watched for 20 seconds, it means the world to us that you gave us your
I
time.
think we are now actually already qualified to say we couldn't have done this without you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And with that, we will see you same time, same place next week, Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Strong Island,
Thank
and
you,
thank
Strong
you,
Island.
Thank you,
Bobby.
Strong Island.
Appreciate
Everybody.
And thank you guys for talking for 56 minutes. Good job.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right. With
All
that,
right.
we'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Oh, yeah.